YouTube, welcome. Against the spread here, back with some above average, mediocre content. Week 2 is now upon us, NFL. Just a quick recap, though, for week 1 against the spread total picks here. We did win our lock pick, the against the spread lock pick, Buffalo minus 6.5. Just to clarify the standings here, TB4 is on the bottom. He got 2 wins because he won his lock pick with the Bears plus 2.5, pulling off a lucky win against Detroit.
It's all skill, baby.
BX Star 10 and Tim NATO 7 is tied right now with 3 points. Bears plus 2.5 for Tim NATO, and also the Buffalo minus 6.5. And BX Star won his Buffalo minus 6.5, and the Las Vegas Raiders went way over. So that was an easy pick for me, I guess.
I'm smelling collusion. You guys are definitely talking to each other prior to our coming together here. One thing to call out, too, is against the spread lock pick from last year, we did go through this. We did have this little competition, and our lock picks were 13 for 17 last year. So pretty good chance we're going to either repeat or even do better.
Yep. When we make a lock pick, you can take it to the bank.
Well, I guess I'll get it kicked off here. We got week 2 picks. I'll go through them first, and then I'll run through why I think that they're going to be taking them down. Carolina plus 8.5, Arizona minus 7, and San Fran minus 7 as my lock. Carolina plus 8.5. Carolina can score points. They're playing against Tampa Bay. Mike Evans is basically the only receiver that they're going to have other than Miller. Godwin's hurt. Gronk did not look like the Gronk of old. He looked slow. He definitely looked slow, and he did not have the same size. So he's not blocking like he used to. So I just think that Carolina's going to keep this game within reach. I don't see them losing by more than 7. If they did lose, they're going to cover. Arizona is they're playing the Washington football team. Last week when Washington was playing Philly just got one-dimensional. They didn't have Sanders. They were passing early. They were able to get the ball down the field. They were throwing touchdowns. And then Washington just sat back into zone coverage and then shut it down. They had roughly no run game. And then when they ended up coming back, it was too late for Carson Wentz and the Eagles. And then they ended up pulling up that upset. So I don't foresee that happening in Arizona. I think Arizona just blows them out. They're a multi-dimensional team. They can run, they can pass, they can hit their tight ends. They're going to blow them out. And then the lock pick, San Francisco minus 7. Le'Veon Bell, minus 7 against the Jets. Le'Veon Bell and James Crowder are both hurt. It's arguably their 2 best players on offense. I don't foresee them scoring more than 10, 13 points, and San Fran's going to put up a minimum 24, 30 points, and I just foresee that game getting out of hand early. So San Fran all the way, they're gonna destroy the Jets.
Yeah, I completely agree. San Fran, they had a bad week last week, but they're coming back. They're still the NFC champions from last year, and they're playing arguably the worst team in the league in the Jets, missing Le'Veon Bell. I don't think they'll have any problem dealing with the Jets. And, this is my lock pick as well, and the against the spread lock pick.
They're still missing Robbie Anderson and the Jets,
well,
too.
Robbie Anderson's on, he had a good game on Carolina last week, so.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they really don't have many weapons. Their defense isn't very good, and the 49ers should roll all over them. Aside from that, I also have the Pats plus 4 going against the mighty Seattle Seahawks.
I like that.
And the Giants plus 5.5 against the comeback kids in the Chicago Bears. So last week, the Chicago Bears, came back from a huge 3-score deficit in the fourth quarter, led by Mitch Trubisky, and they came out and pulled off the victory against the Lions. But, I don't think lightning strikes twice. I don't think they're going to get it done and cover a 5.5-point spread against the Giants. The Giants, they lost by quite a bit last week against the Steelers. But early on that game, they looked good. And I think their defense is going to give Mitch problems. And, I don't think Saquon Barkley, he got completely shut down. Not only did he get contained, he got shut down in the run game last week by the Steelers. And I don't think that happens twice in a row. Giants have played the Bears well the last 2 years. They lost the close game last year. The year before that, when the Bears made the playoffs and were a really good team. The Giants actually won that game. The Giants aren't going to lose this game by more than 5 points. So I got the Giants. And then the Patriots, I don't think the Patriots win this game against Seattle, but I think they keep it within a field goal. Their style of play from last week shows me that they're going to be committed to the run. Cam Newton ran the ball, I think, 15 times last week, and they really pounded the ball. They ran the ball twice as much as they ran it. They ran the ball twice as much as they passed it. And I think this game's going to be a low grinding game. And I think they keep it close, and Pats +4 is going to be a win.
I actually like that pick a lot. I actually have that game going at about a 24-23 field goal type game. People forget the Pats still have a top 5 defense. I low key, that was in my top 5. I do like the Pats plus the 4 points as well.
And I think it's going to be a tough game, but Cam Newton, he came out last week and he played well, and we'll see what happens in this game. But I really do also like that San Fran -7 with the loss to Arizona last week. I just feel like they're going to be coming out and they're going to be heated. They're not going to just go down without a fight. And the Jets, Le'Veon Bell is their best player, and he's out. Jamison Crowder, wide receiver, out. I just don't see the Jets move the ball down the field. I just don't see it. So San Fran, should easily take this game by more than 7. Other games here that I got is Vegas +5.5. They're going up against the Saints, and I hear you. The Saints are a tough team, but with Michael Thomas being out several weeks, I see that as a big factor in this game. And Vegas's offense, they were electric last week, like I predicted. I think the same thing here. The Saints have an okay defense, but I just don't think they're going to be able to stop Derek Carr and their offense there. My last pick here. It's Minnesota +3. They're playing Indy, and if you've seen other videos, I'm not very hot on Phillip Rivers. I just don't think that he's that good of a quarterback. And also, losing Marlon Mack it's a big deal. I know they have the backup. He's pretty good as well.
Taylor's better than Mack, in my opinion. Better out of the backfield.
Yeah, and they got Nyheim
Hines,
and he's gonna. I don't think they're going to miss Marlon Mack too much at running back, but at the same point, I think Minnesota is too good of a team to be given 3 points here. I think Minnesota is the better team, and I think they're going to come out and they're going to win this game. I think they got a really good front 7, and with Dalvin Cook at running back, I think as long as they get him the ball, they'll do fine here and they'll win this game. I flirted with taking this pick in my picks as well. So I really like Minnesota. On the flip side, though, Vegas +5.5. I don't think that they can. I don't think they can hang with the Saints.
I don't know.
Despite missing Michael Thomas, Drew Brees, he's not biased when it comes to throwing to his receivers. He still had a good game last week against Tampa Bay, who was supposed to be a tough team. I think that they set Vegas back down to earth, and they win by a touchdown at least.
Well, there you have it. ATS lock pick of the week: San Fran -7. Book it.